Hidden in the heart of bustling Wan Chai, there is a mansion the locals dare not enter. A red brick house, once filled with family laughter, now stands sealed and silent. Some say its walls still echo with cries of war and betrayal. Tonight we step inside Nam Koo Terrace, the Red House, Hong Kong's most haunted legend. Wan Chai is one of Hong Kong's most famous old districts. Over more than a century, time has swept by, and countless stories and legends have been written here. Among them, the terrifying rumors surrounding Nam Koo Terrace are perhaps the most well-known of all. Though Wan Chai is bustling almost around the clock, Ship Street at night is always strangely quiet. The stone steps are cool, the streetlights dim. As you walk up step by step, a red brick mansion suddenly looms before your eyes. The walls are mottled, and every window frame looks like an empty eye socket staring straight at the street corner. This is one of Hong Kong's most haunted places, Nam Koo Terrace, commonly known as the Red House. The story of Nam Koo Terrace begins in 1917. At that time, Wan Chai was one of the earliest developed areas in Hong Kong, with many Chinese families living around Ship Street. Johnston Road nearby was still a waterfront thoroughfare, with ships docking at the pier and constant commercial bustle. That year, wealthy merchant Chung Man purchased a plot of more than 50,000 square feet on Ship Street for over $2,200. The following year, he built the red brick mansion and named it Nam Koo Terrace. Built on a 10-meter high platform, the house overlooked the harbor and was nothing short of majestic. In 1921, Chung Man sold the mansion to his younger brother, Chak Man, for $30,000. Chak Man, a key figure in this tale, was related by marriage to Kwok Chuan, founder of the well-known Wing on department store. When he came to Hong Kong with his in-laws to help manage the business, he bought Nam Koo Terrace as his residence. The mansion was 2 stories tall, with European arches and balconies, blending Western and Chinese architectural styles. In those days, it was a genuine luxury home. The family had 14 members living there. Imagine children running through the corridors, the wooden stairs creaking underfoot, every window adorned with ornate carvings, while the dining table, filled with Chinese antiques, carried the fragrance of home-cooked dishes. At the time, Nam Koo Terrace was the lively and warm home of a prosperous Hong Kong family. But all that warmth was utterly destroyed in the winter of 1941. During the Japanese occupation of Hong Kong, Wan Chai was designated Little Tokyo. The Japanese army set up comfort stations on Ship Street. The surrounding area glowed with neon lights, but it was hell on earth for women. It is said that after the following events, Nam Koo Terrace was seized by the Japanese military and used as a VIP hall. Women captured from all over Hong Kong and Kowloon were forced to serve as comfort women for high-ranking officers. From then on, the red brick walls no longer echoed with laughter, but with endless cries of pain and grief. On April 16, 1943, at around midnight, 74-year-old homeowner Chak Man suddenly died inside the mansion. His sudden death fueled many rumors. Some said he succumbed to illness too abruptly. Others claimed he hanged himself in an upstairs room. Still others insisted his death was uncanny. His face darkened, his eyes wide open, his lips purple, and strange stains remained in the room. It was said that on the night of his wake, neighbors saw a woman standing outside the door, head bowed, muttering incoherently, refusing to leave. Relatives even claimed they dreamt of him weeping bitterly, lamenting, "I can't go home." Soon after his death, the mansion was taken over by the Japanese army. Over the decades, rumors only deepened. that the house had trapped two powerful forces of resentment: the unwilling spirit of T'Chak man and the countless wronged souls of the Comfort women. Together, these entwined grievances made the Red House ever more terrifying. After the war, when Japan surrendered, Nam Koo Terrace stood abandoned. The empty house was eerily quiet, though hardly peaceful. Neighbors whispered. Some claimed that at midnight, they saw a row of women standing behind the windows, heads bowed, long hair covering their faces, weeping at passers-by. Others said the bathrooms reeked of metallic blood, the tiles smeared with crimson handprints. Some described moss on the outer walls forming uncanny shapes, like kneeling human figures. The most frequently told story was of the woman in the red cheongsam. People swore they had seen her standing in the window frame, her face pale, her eyes icy and unblinking, silently staring out. Sometimes she would slowly raise her hand to wave. Anyone unlucky enough to witness it would flee in terror. Explorers who entered the Red House reported even stranger encounters. Some brought candles to summon spirits. As the flame flickered, a woman's shadow appeared on the wall, long-haired, kneeling on the floor. When they turned around, nothing was there, but in the next instant, the candles suddenly went pop and went out, plunging the house into pitch darkness. Panicked, they stumbled over one another to escape. Some claimed that upstairs there was an old mirror. When one explorer glanced into it, his reflection had become that of a blood-streaked female ghost. In a blink, the mirror shattered. Yet when he returned the next day, the mirror was perfectly intact. Others said that one night, police were called when residents reported strange noises. While officers investigated inside, they were suddenly attacked by a woman wielding a knife. 2 officers sustained minor injuries. Both later insisted the woman's face was blurred, her features indiscernible. Another tale spoke of nights when, despite no rain, the stone steps outside remained wet, lined with faint footprints leading up to the mansion's entrance, only to vanish at the threshold. Of course, the truth of these stories is impossible to verify. Yet what shook Hong Kong most was a real event in 2003, reported in major newspapers. That night, 8 young people broke into the Red House with flashlights. In the beam's glow, their shadows stretched long along the broken corridor. They swore they saw a figure at the far end beckoning to them. Terrified, they bolted into the street. Amid the chaos, one girl's eyes suddenly changed, and in a hoarse, deep voice she growled, "Come back up with me." Another girl turned unnaturally strong, shoving several friends to the ground with one push. Police were called, and all were taken to the hospital. Doctors confirmed none had alcohol or drugs in their system, and the 2 girls claimed they remembered nothing. When the news broke the next day, Hong Kong was stunned. From then on, Nam Koo Terrace was no longer just an urban legend. It was officially recognized as a true haunted mansion. After the war, the house remained derelict. In 1988, the family descendants sold the mansion to Hopewell Holdings for over $16 million. Though the owner changed, the ghost stories persisted. Paranormal photographers claimed their developed photos contained extra faces, blurred and unrecognizable. Passers-by at night still reported seeing a white shadow in the second-floor window. For decades after the war, misfortunes and accidents nearby were continually linked to the red brick mansion. Over the years, some tried to rationalize it all, but the essence of horror lies not in what you see, but in what you know happened there. A homeowner's unexplained death, the wartime suffering of women, countless miseries and injustices, all absorbed by the red bricks, becoming shadows that will never disperse. Today, Nam Koo Terrace is sealed with iron panels. In daylight, curious onlookers sometimes stop to peek, but at night, locals quicken their pace when passing by. Some say the mansion may one day be renovated, even turned into a wedding venue. But no matter how its exterior changes, beneath the red bricks lie countless grim tales and a heavy, tragic history destined to be passed down forever. So next time you pass Ship Street at night, don't stop. Don't let curiosity draw you inside this century-old mansion. Otherwise, if you dare wave back at the woman in the red cheongsam, you may just make a new friend.